We will be starting the second lecture right now, so please get seated.
جزاكم الله خير. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most compassionate, the most merciful, all praise and thanks are due to Him, and peace and blessings be upon His beloved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Just to make sure that we are on the same track together, can I have just one brother and one sister tell me what is the most important thing that was stuck in your mind from my previous speech? In sentence, no explanation, just an idea, concept, title. Yes?
The importance of the reference point always being Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
The importance of the reference point to be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sisters, one sister, what was the most important thing that was stuck in your mind from the last section? Not even one? Yes, sister.
Failure, like the golf ball analogy.
The golf balls analogy. طيب, جزاكم الله خير. Thank you very much. بارك الله فيكم. طيب, let's continue. Now, by the way, you know, when you love your topic, always you add a lot of things you did not prepare and written. So if I missed anything, I will, inshallah, try to bring it in the Q&A session, okay? So I have exactly 60 minutes now to talk about golden rules for a successful marriage. It will be easier for me to communicate with you because we have a common ground now, okay? We have a common ground, Islam, common ground, accountability, common ground, Allah is number one in our decisions, common ground, Day of Judgment. Common ground, it's not up to me to decide if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it clear some certain things, regardless what is this thing. So it's common ground. So we will not waste our time, now because of this common ground that we have, inshallah, we have shared with you. Now, on what basis do I choose? Big question. Priorities. Prerequisites. Before looking for the ideal spouse, make sure you are the ideal spouse. This is a big philosophical preparation for marriage. As we have I have a real case that happened with me many times, and we have like a proverb in the Arab culture, especially in the Levant, Bilad al-Sham. I'm from Jordan, as many of you maybe you know. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. I was asked by many people during my career, etc. Yes, Sheikh, what is the suitable time to start educating and raising my kid on big values and principles? I used to say in Arabic, قبل ما تنجي أمه. Who can translate this to me? Yes?
Before you choose his mother.
Yes, before you choose his mother. Say, Sheikh, you did not understand. I said, no, I understand what you're saying. You are asking me when you will start raising your kid on principles and values. I say, before choosing the mother of this kid, which means myself. How come I will raise my kid on principles if I'm not able to control myself in smoking as well, for example? I'm a smoker, heavy addict on smoking. And I will say, يا ولد أدخن. Don't smoke. Don't smoke. What's kind of this? Children do what they see, not what you say. Common sense. It's not Islamic. It's a human common sense. So before looking for a spouse, have I done my job in fulfilling my duty that I myself a good Muslim spouse? Yes or no? If no, close the file of marriage, work on yourself. Wallahi, let me tell you. And what is the proverb that we use it in Jordan, Palestine, and Syria? بقول لك, I will say it in our accent, then I will translate the concept, because sometimes you need the spirit of the proverb. بقول لك الأهل دائما بيدوروا لابنهم الهامل على زوجة صالحة. Who can translate it? الأهل بيدوروا لابنهم الهامل على زوجة صالحة. How translate it?
bad kids look for a good wife for their son.
Yes. Parents, it's like a proverb talking about, I have a bad kid, bad son, okay? He's not fulfilling any of the duties. So I'm looking for a salihah woman to take care of him. Yeah, if you as a parent and whether you did that kind of, she will come and come on. But I need the philosophy behind it. I need the mentality behind it. If you want your son or your daughter to enjoy a life full of barakah and tawfiq and guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everyone should work on himself. Then look to the spouse that matches his quality. They will live all together. Okay, it could happen. I'm not talking about how to plan. But Sheikh, and I know someone who was very bad and Allah gave him imra'a salihah and she fixed his life. Yes, I know this happens. I'm not discussing exceptional cases. Wallahi, shuf, what I mean by exceptional cases, I heard it tens of times in my culture. Family has a very nice sister. Someone came approaching them. He has very good qualities, but he is drinking. I mean, not water. Alcohol. Okay? He's drinking alcohol. They knew that he's drinking alcohol. Wallahi, I heard it many times in my culture. Some of the mothers, they used to say, "Tawakkal ala Allah, ma sha Allah alayh." I'll translate it later. ما شاء الله عليه عنده شغل ومهندس قد الدنيا وسمعة وعيلة يا ما أبوك كان يشرب بالكندرة والله هداه الله بهديه توكل على الله. Have you heard this? How many of you realize what I'm talking about? أبوك كان يشرب بالكندرة والله هداه. How many of you realize what I'm talking about? Please raise up your hands. This is very cultural. I mean, some mothers, they used to say, when a man came, he's good in many things, but he drinks alcohol. The mother, because she loves this, he's a well-established, good job, good salary. She used to say, "Abuki kan yishrab bil kundara." She used now to use a very false, a very dangerous fallacy, okay, using as exceptional cases. In our slang language, we say, "Flan bishrab bil kundara." It literally means he is drinking alcohol using his shoes, which means if he did not find a cup, he's ready to take off his shoes and he will put the alcohol and he will using his shoes to drink. It's like a rhetorical exaggeration expression that he's addict and ready to use his filthy, dirty shoes to drink. So the mother says, "Abuki, your father used to be as such, and look, Allah hada, he's guided now. Alhamdulillah, Allah will guide your husband. So take him as a drunk." Look to the dangerous mentality now. No. But ya Sheikh, I know some. Ya Hamma, I don't care what did you know. We go by the book. We don't go by exception cases. This is another golden rule. Be careful. This is like, oh, okay. Depending on mashallah. No. A brother went to a sister. Mashallah, she's very nice, everything. She's a hijabi, alhamdulillah. But she does not pray. And she refuses to pray. But she's very nice. Inshallah, Allah bihdiha ma'i sheikh. May Allah guide her. La habib. I repeat the same thing. The one who does not respect his or her Lord will not respect you. Period. Allah is the one who commanded me to put this forehead into the ground for him. By the way, when I do not pray, it's not just a ritual issue. No. It's a decision of arrogance. It's a decision of, I don't care about your commandments, oh Allah. This is, technically, what, by the way, why we call Iblis kafir? He is the top of kufr. Did he refuse Allah's existence? Did Iblis refuse that Allah is the creator? I'm asking. No. قال ربي بما خلقتني. Did he refuse that Allah is the sustainer? No. What did he refuse? To obey the commandments. Therefore, Jama'at al-Qalb al-Abyad, you know Jama'at al-Qalb al-Abyad? The white-hearted people. You know them? شيخ مش كل إشي الالتزام بالصلاة والركوع والكذا والحجاب وهالشغلات هاي مش كل إشي لا المهم القلب الأبيض يا شيخ Okay, you know this, wallahi, once, I will give you the core concept of this. Once I was approached by one of the sisters from my students at Jordan University. She came to my office. She said, Doctor, I will say exactly what she said in Arabic, then I'll translate. She said, Doctor, صحيح أنا ما بصلي وصحيح أنا مو محجبة وصحيح أنا بصاحب بس أنا قلبي أبيض وما بكذب والله بيعرف. She said, literally, she said, okay, she was attending one of my lectures, talking about something similar to what I'm talking now, about the hijab, about the salah, about the Allah's right upon us. She came to my office. She wanted to challenge me. It's like a psychological trick. If she managed to challenge me and I could not respond, she will feel happy that she won and her shaitan will praise her. You see, the sheikh could not answer you, which means you are doing right. She came to me challenging me in my office. She said, Sheikh, it's true that I don't pray and I don't wear the hijab and I have a boyfriend, but I have a white heart and I don't lie and Allah knows. As if she's telling me in the Arabic language, اطلع منها يا شيخ. Hey, don't interfere between me and Allah. Allah knows my white heart. Who are you to tell me that it's just I didn't pray, didn't wear hijab? Say, subhanallah. Look what I did say. So sometimes how we are brainwashed with these fallacies, مغالطات. القلب الأبيض صح. That's why I call them جماعة القلب الأبيض, white-hearted people. I said, for God's sake, wallahi, I applaud you and I respect you for the fact you don't lie. Alhamdulillah. Wallahi, I'm very happy for you that you have a white heart. White heart means no gossip, no backbiting, no lying, which is excellent. Niyalik, mashallah. Okay, please answer me. Is it not the case that the one who asked you not to lie and to have a white heart is the same Allah who asked you to wear the hijab or not? Freezing now. Is it the same God whom you are happy that He's praising you for the fact that you don't lie and you have a white heart? Is the same one who told you, قال, don't have boyfriends and prostrate to your Lord or not? Give me what is the criteria, what is the tool, what is the methodology that you decided to tell Allah technically, practically. That, okay, Allah, as if this is technically what she's doing. She's looking to the commandment of Allah and say, okay, Allah, I will take this, I like it. Sorry, Allah, I don't like this. I will accept to have a white heart. Okay, nice, good. Thank you, Allah. A boyfriend, no, I don't accept it. Sorry. Okay, on what base? Give me! On what base? How come you have a white heart? This is a big lie. You are an arrogant. You are facing the disease of Iblis. What was the disease of Iblis? Arrogance. He was just asked to do this. He said, no, I am better than him. First racist in the existence. He did not reject Allah's existence. He did not reject Allah's power of the creation. قال ربي بما خلقتني ربي. He was said, oh my Lord, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. طيب, why he is the top of kufr and he is eternally in the Jahannam? Refused to obey the commandments. So please, don't let anyone brain your wash. Ya Ammi, don't restrict yourself with these technical things. Technical things. طيب يا عمي, if someone came to you and say, don't restrict yourself with these technical things in the taxation in Canada. Don't restrict yourself. Just, okay? Go and do whatever with your money and don't report any kind of money of your income. Technical things. What will happen to you? Seriously, what will happen to you? May God be with your soul. Type, don't restrict yourself in the traffic type with these technical things. Maximum 100. Go 200. Enjoy your life. Well, what will happen to you? Technical things. Type, when you see the flashing and the bus stop saying, ta, 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 don't restrict yourself with these technical things. Proceed. When you see the fire alarm or the ambulance on the way, don't restrict yourself with these technical things. Keep driving your car. What will happen to you? But say, this is the law. You need to be civilized. Follow the law or you will destroy the community. Subhanallah. Why will not apply it when we apply Islam? The same thing. Allah put this restriction for our benefit. Okay? So this is the Okay, what is my... Sorry. Okay. Next one, very quickly. Searching, vetting process. The most important golden rule in my opinion. If, for whatever reason, I did not have more than 15 minutes to speak with you and I have to leave, I will just stick with this. Most important. Okay, we are talking about searching now. We are talking about vetting, picking and choosing. Yes, no. The most important thing before you start searching, you have to decide your red lines. This is my language. I will explain what I mean by red lines. Your red lines, your big values, your big goals, your big wishes, which means you must sit with yourself as a brother or as a sister. Now, I'm not discussing haram and halal. Be careful now. خلاص. The haqq, the right of Allah, خلاص, is preserved now. I'm not allowed to sit with someone who does not pray. I'm not allowed to sit with someone who does not respect Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. خلاص. حق Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now I'm talking about my big values. And I explain what I mean by big values. I'm not talking about ethical standards. No, my values. My wishes, my dreams, my goals. Without determining these things in my system, and it's clearly obvious for me what do I need from myself in this life and why, don't go and approach anyone. Or don't accept anyone to approach you. What do I mean by this? Yani, in my personal values, for example, for me, I do not accept or I do not tolerate at all anyone who makes jokes or lies or trying to bully others as a culture. For me, it's a big value. I hate this personality. It's a big value. I don't accept a friend to bully anyone. I don't accept anyone who makes jokes or makes fun of anyone. As a personality, I'm not discussing haram and halal. Just this personality, I don't like it. It's for me, a red line. If you are a sister approached with someone, this is his character. According to your values, this person is not committing haram now, okay? Generally speaking. His character for you is completely rejected. You don't like it. You don't feel happy with it. You can't stand few minutes sitting with this. Or vice versa. For example, you are a very calm person, romantic person. You hate anyone who's judgmental. Or you are a very sensitive person, you, but you hate anyone who's not a good listener. Which means very judgmental. You want to speak for, you keep interrupting and judging. It's built-in character. Interrupting, judging. يا عم استنى خليني أخلص. Just wait, let me finish. Listen, I need to finish. If in the first session you discover this is a red light for you, I'm not discussing haram and halal. You can't stand, for example, okay? طيب, I'm talking about my values, my red lines, my big goal. For example, one of my dreams, I need a big family. I love to have a big family because I came from a big family. Are we discussing haram or halal thing now? Personal choice. Cultural, personal choice. طيب. When I am approaching, I discovered that this sister, she's excellent in everything, but she does not want kids till the 5th year of marriage. Shall I proceed? Continue? Yes and no. If this is a big value for me, don't waste your time. But if it's not a big value, it's something very normal. I don't care. Yes, continue. But when it will become very easy, have you asked yourself what is your biggest values, for example? So decide my goals. For example, I remember I myself, speak about myself now. When I proposed to my wife, she's my wife now. I'm married since 32 years, by the way. When I proposed, I remember I told my wife, at that time, in 1994, at that time I was doing my master's degree in tafsir. At that time, in Jordan, the only place on earth that, to the best of my knowledge, at that time, I can continue my PhD is Al-Azhar, at that time. So for me, it's a dream. I must continue the PhD in tafsir. This was my plan. So in the first session of sitting in their house, but this has a lot of implications, okay? Which means I might leave my work and I use a very minimum source of money just to finish in a very humble style of living to finish my PhD because I'm not working, I need to finish my PhD. Is this something big for me? Yes. Shall I hide it? No. No. Let me give you a simple example. I'm giving you just a philosophy of it. Do your job, finish your task, then search. So because the filter is there for me, whatever it is. By the way, I'm not discussing haram and halal. I'm discussing my big values, my most important things, my goals, my dreams, my ambition, whatever it is, as long as it has nothing to do with haram, okay? Mine. They must be clear and put them in order, the most important. Because sometimes negotiations, it is third priority, not first priority. I'll give you a simple example. For you, your most important thing after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for example, you need someone who's calm, understanding, loving. You discover this in him. He does not belong to, let's say, a big family, very humble family, because you don't like to work a lot and to cook for the whole family 24/7. Very good, nice. But I forgot the example. I was putting an example in my mind and I lost the example. I'm a very visual person, subhanAllah. By the way, you know, the very visual people, they think by images. You know this? We bring ideas through images. So if I thought in something else, I lose the whole video. Disappears. So I lose the the track of the images. If I could not bring them back, I forgot the full idea. Can you remind me what I was saying, the last thing? Big families cooking for 24/7. Before that?
Give me an example of priorities, big values.
Telling us about how you wanted to go to Azhar.
How to do what?
You wanted to go to finish your PhD.
La ilaha illallah. I just lost completely the example. There was an example in my mind here. Psst, disappeared. Anyway.
Things that you shouldn't hide in the first session.
Yes. Became so closer now. Like seek and hide. Okay? Yeah, closer. Yes. Subhanallah. Okay. And another simple example. Sorry, I forget the example. That was my mind. But it's very quickly. When I said, for example, he or she, for example, I love the homey culture. And part of my biggest priorities because of my experience that I love strictly to come home as a man smelling the nice cooking food of my wife. Okay? We're not discussing an obligation, haram and halal. For me, it's a big priority. If when I sit with her, she told me, you are an excellent person, but I'm telling you now, for me, I need to continue my master's degree, my PhD. Okay, good, I will support you. You should discuss the cooking. Yeah, Sheikh, first session, because it's a big value for you. What? Yes. Technically, after marriage, if all the time she's busy and all the time you bring pizza or Uber Eats, wallahi billahi tallahi, the possibility of being disconnected. Allahu Akbar ya Sheikh, for food, habibi, for food. 3 times a day. The most important connecting thing between a family is food. Ask yourself, how many times you remember your mothers because of the food, because of the smell, because of the time, because of the taste, because of the anger? Wallahi, I'm 59 now. My mother passed away about 3 years, Allah yarhamha. Wallahi, taqriban, and I pray for my father and mother. Every time I pray, I make special dua for them. Yani minimum 5 times a day, minimum. But I remember my mother sometimes 10 times a day because of the food. Every time I want to say, Allah yarhamak ya ummi. Because she was, Allah yarhamak ya ummi, Allah yarhamak ya ummi. Why? Because of the effort she was putting for this, to take care of us when we were kids. Is that something marginal? La, مش marginal. Okay, I decided to consider it marginal. Okay, she decided to consider marginal, Allah يهنيكم. May Allah guide you, no problem. But it is a big value for you, and she does not care about it, or it is a big value for you, he does not care about it, disaster. Even though we are not discussing haram. No, we're discussing something of a big value for you, like big something. طيب. Next, I'm just opening the idea. Now, priorities. On what basis do I choose? This is a reminder. By default, you have taken this. Islamic teaching priorities, number one, Islam. إذا أتاكم من ترضون دينه وخلقه قال تنكح المرأة الأربعة. This is a reminder. I have already covered the concept. This is a reminder. The most important two hadiths in this context basically is Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is guiding the family of the sister. If you were approached by someone that you are satisfied with his deen and his khuluq, which is an indication sometimes there is deen but there's no khuluq. Because two different things. Deen, which means he is observing halal and haram, he does take care about the prayer, but he's a very tough person. He does not care. He's not sensitive at all, or the vice versa, for example. She's very judgmental, very high voice, all the time screaming, for example. This is by nature, or whatever. Okay. قال إذا أتاكم من ترضون دينه وخلقه. If you are approached by someone who you are satisfied with his deen and his khuluq, قال فزوجوه. Let him marry your daughter. قال إلا تفعلوا تكن في الأرض فتنة وفساد عريض أو فساد كبير. This is like a guidance for the society. If you decided not to put the priority when someone is approaching you, the first filtering system is deen and khuluq. If this is not the case, the end result on society level will be قال فتنة وفساد عريض. Big trial and a big corruption in the society, which is where we are living now. The standard of accepting him or her, I'm talking about practicing Muslims now, okay, differs from what should be satisfying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, number one, I forget the second word. قال تنكح المرأة لأربع. This is now Prophet Muhammad is directing the brothers, males, figures in the society. Look how he did it. He did it in a very perfect way. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He said, تنكح المرأة لأربع. He said, mainly, the custom, the people normally, males, they would love to marry a woman for one of main four reasons. Human beings, generally speaking. قال لمالها. For the money, because of her own money or the money of her father, which she will inherit at any moment. قال ولجمالها, for her beauty. قال ولحسبها, for the decentship, the lineage. She's the daughter of such and such person, the prime minister, the minister, the chief of the tribe, or whatever. Okay, prestige. قال ولدينها, for her deen, خلق. Close from Allah. قال فاظفر بذات الدين تربت يدك. Look what he said. This is for the brothers. He said people mainly they are directed, they are motivated to ask the hand from either beauty, money or prestige or deen. قال فاظفر. Literally the word فاظفر, which means hold with your nails, which means like this, which means catch or capture or hold with what? When do we do something like this? When something very precious, valuable, and we are afraid to lose it. He said, قال فاظفر بذات الدين. This is a metaphorical image. As if the sister of deen is like a treasure that might disappear any moment. Hold it. Okay? قال تربت يداك. تربت يداك. If you do not so, Arabs, they have an expression, say تربت يداك, which means let your hands be full with dust and soil, which means you are a loser. You have lost the golden opportunity. So the guy just thought, Sheikh, what about my fitra? I love the very beautiful woman. خلاص we saw. Okay, yes, search for it. But what if you I have certain image for the beauty. I could not find it in any hijabi girl. What shall I do, Sheikh? Sheikh, can I approach a very beautiful sister, but she's not practicing Islam, then I bring her to Allah. Wallahi, if you can find a guaranteed way, do it. But there is no guarantee, Habib Alba. No guarantee. So don't waste your time. That's why we need, what? The first lecture. Close the file. I'm very hungry. Very nice food. Very delicious. I need it badly. I don't have a money. Continue. Busy your mind with something else. Or you will be a thief. By the way, it's a choice. Willpower. You can be a thief. You might be captured. You might go to the jail. Lost your reputation. Or be patient with your hunger. Very simple equation in Islam. Yes, that's why you will be rewarded for your suffering. You did not find exactly what you want. You will not approach exactly what you want. You want, now, by the way, this is not just a problem of the brothers, problem of a sister as well. Because as the brothers see these queen of beauties, fake queens of beauties, on TVs, on Instagram, on this, and so they can't find the same thing. The sisters, they say a lot of, six packs, triceps, biceps all the time, Ferrari cars, helicopter, and they don't die in movies. They kill everyone, they don't die. She wants her husband to be like Tom Cruise. مين الممثلين المشهورين؟ I don't know the names. Whatever, okay? This, okay? The Rock هذا مثلا, okay? Wow, يا عمي, we don't have Muslim brothers like Rock. What shall I do? He did not approach you. What shall I do? No, I don't know. I'll stay single. No. So, now the Islamic teachings. أتاكم من ترضونه. After that, customs and norms, social, financial, language, whatever now priorities. On what basis do I choose? Customs and norms, which عادات, أعراف, تقاليد, which could be the social status, financial status, the language, educational status, the race, the skin color, all of these things. Now we come to something negotiable. Has nothing to do with halal and haram. It has to do with your own preferences. Yani, let me just fix this. Sheikh, if I'm a Pakistani, is it haram to take a decision that I will not marry except a Pakistani? Is it haram? No, it's not haram. As long as my base is not arrogance and racism. And I refuse any non-Pakistani even if he's a Sahabi, and I accept a Pakistani even if he's alcoholic. Here comes haram. Apart from that, okay, it's my nature, if I'm Egyptian, not just an Arab, I'm Egyptian, I will be more happy to marry an Egyptian. Because simply you have what? Common culture, common language, common food, common many things. It will reduce the tension, generally speaking. I don't like all these things. Okay, no problem. I'm a Pakistani, I'm an Egyptian, I'm a Somali, but I want, okay, it's halal. Actually, it's Islamic, but I'm saying I need to fix the opposite, because some people, they think, if I'm an Indian or an Egyptian or Libyans, if I thought that I don't want to marry except from my country or my culture, I'm a racist. No, you're not racist, it's haram. No, it's not haram. No, you have the right. It's part of your choices as long as I keep. Yani, if I'm, for example, a Jordanian, I decided to marry a Jordanian. I did not find a Jordanian who's practicing Islam. So I decided to accept any Jordanian because she's Jordanian. Even though she's far from Allah, I'm committing haram now. But okay, it took me years to find a Jordanian practicing Muslimah. Okay, may Allah accept from you. But why? More comfortable, yes, acceptable, legal, no problem. More easy, okay, more matching, easy. Less conflict between mothers-in-laws. Less troubles between in-laws, which is true. Yes, no problem. Okay? So, once we have excluded the haqq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about haram, halal, obligations, right or wrong, we finish this. After that, customs, family, culture, tradition, personal, in Islam, everything is negotiable. طيب. Do I have the right to break these things? Yes. But face the consequences. What? يعني, I came from a culture, for example, they don't allow me to marry from outside. They consider it like a scandal, like it's a shame on you. How come? Who will marry our daughters? How come you go outside? Do we have this culture or not? Yes, it is now. Is it haram to break this norm? No. But am I gonna face hell if I do it? Yes, okay, face it if you want. It's your choice. I mean, what I'm concerned is not haram in the scale of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you want to pay the price to fight your culture, do it. It's not haram. You see, this is the importance of knowing what is the red light, what is the orange, what is the yellow, what is the green. My personal choice, for example, I'm doing my master's degree. So I took a decision, because we're discussing now on what basis do I choose? How do I choose? We came to our personal choices now. I took a decision. I don't want to marry anyone without a BA. Is it haram? Is it haram? No. I'm doing my master's. I would love my wife to be, or she is doing her master's. She decided, in theory, maybe she will change his, right? Not to accept anyone without a degree, so that socially they will not have this kind of possible, contradiction, or people will look up to her and down to him or whatever. No problem. As long as she was approached by 10 people like the Sahaba, they have BA, and all of them, they are excellence, and one of them has a master's degree, but he's very far from Allah, she's committing a sin now. You see? So, the core point is the haqq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, haram and halal. That's, we have a good idea. After that, culture, negotiable, flexible. Fight, your choice. You want to submit to the culture? May Allah accept from you. No problem. But is it haram if am I doing a sin if I was approached by someone from my culture, for example? I'm not that so much to him. Maybe I would love someone else, but out of respect for the will of my parents, I accepted him. He's a good, nice guy, but I would love to be with this more. So both of them, they are under the green area. And I did which I like less for the sake of satisfying my parents. Is it haram? No. Can I continue? Yes. Do I have the right to say no? Yes. Face the consequences. Culturally, not religiously. Are you ready to fight? Fight. Please don't mix between cultural things, personal things, and Islamic things. Once the haqq of Allah is preserved, now it's your problem, your personal. You take a decision. Like now, for example, very, very simple. You have a money in your pocket, in your wallet. You have, let's say, $1,000. Amazon is, and you would love to have, for example, a nice mobile. You have the iPhone 17 Pro Max, you have the Samsung S25, Samsung S26, you have the Galaxy, you have the Google, okay. Now, $1,000, $800, $500, $200, whatever. You have the choice and you have the money. No one is forcing you and no one is preventing you. But each choice has what? A price. Are you with me? And each price will be paid has consequences. Take your decision and face the consequences. The law tells you, once you have the money, you are doing a legal action. You have 5 choices. But I love the iPhone 17 Pro Max Edge X. Okay. It's 1,500, you have 1,000. Okay, I will take a loan. Do you know the consequences? For the coming 6 months, you can't have food outside the house, no Uber, no public transportation, you will use just your bike. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, go, and you want to sacrifice for this, may Allah accept. What's the example? You approached 5 sisters. One of them is very beautiful, but she's spoiled, Dellu'a. Could this happen or not? Very nice, but the only member of the family, and everyone's taking care of her. She's from a family of multimillionaire. Everything she wishes is upright. So you will face a serious trouble with her. She's nice, she's a Muslim, but she's, very emotional, and whatever happens to her, she will cry immediately. But she's very beautiful. يا عمي so you face the consequences. Go, توكل على الله. But you know what you will face. دلوعة شو بترجموها دلوعة؟ ها؟ dramatic. Dramatic يعني بتعمل دراما كل شوي. Yes, okay, dramatic. By the way, it's not haram. But this is her reality. Muslimah, praying, wearing the hijab, very nice, but very dramatic because of her special circumstances. So the price that I will pay is 10 times than the non-dramatic one. And both of them, كذا. So, Ya Sheikh, what you are discussing, this is the reality of what happens on the ground. Why they face serious problems when they get married. Because simply they did not discuss these things. They did not filter these things. They did not see this, or simply they ignore these things. So when you do not ignore them, wait, استنى طب أنا according to my values, this is a big trouble for me. خلاص يا عمي, close the file, الله يسهل عليها. I can't. Maybe she needs someone like her who can understand her. Not discussing haram and halal. There's no obligation and there's no haram. Still in my area. But this is the i17, for example, 17 Pro Max or whatever. Okay, there's another sister. The same thing is applicable in both, okay? With someone came to you, but, for example. Yeah, by the way, some sisters, they face a serious problem because of the experience. They discover that he is a dramatic person because the only one with a rich family, for example. He never did anything by his hand in his life. Nice, honest, practicing, loving, caring, but no serious experience as a man in facing the real outside life because he came from a rich family. Does this happen in reality? By the way, may Allah let him be 10 times more than me, but this is a reality. You are approached by a handsome, very rich, very nice, practicing Muslim, but he is very soft. Very soft man. Any trouble, maybe he will just panic and you will take a decision. Okay, this is your decision. You know the consequences. The consequences, when big matters happen in the family, you are the decision maker, not him. Okay, go, face the consequences. May Allah give you barakah. No problem, it's not haram. But you know from moment one, when you sat with him 3 times, this is very clear in his character. Very clear, okay, very clear. زي ما بيقولوا دلوع الماما. You know دلوع الماما? How we translate it? Wallahi, sometimes I wish if I'm giving it in Arabic because I know. By the way, I beg your pardon for my, maybe I don't know, my level of English. I started using English in my life at the age of 30. I did not come from international or private schools. So I just did my personal effort to speak this English. So therefore, the normal daily language in your age, I don't know it. So I know just the academic one. That's why I always am lacking the very specific. دلوع الماما شو يعني؟ Mommy's boy. حلو والله. Mommy's boy. حلو. By the way, it's not haram to accept mommy's boy. But you will pay the price. طب if you told me that I don't care and really I enjoy it, والله Allah يتقبل, والله. But please be aware of the big picture. You know, we are not discussing haram and halal now. And you know, this is the whole idea of why I'm telling you the priorities between religion, customs, etc., education. Now, look, how many minutes do I, where's Brother Rayyan? How many minutes do I have still? Who's counted? 10? طيب, look now, how quick I can deal with your questions now, because we have a common ground. Easily now. Now, this is your literal questions. Okay, where does one look? Do I need to answer it? Filtering system, background. خلاص. You have, where do I look? Religiously exclude. طيب, my area. Your priorities. Take it as your priorities. I don't want anyone except from my culture. You excluded 90% of the people around you. خلاص, it's your decision. So I will be searching just in my culture, just from my country, just from whatever. طيب. I'm in the scientific field. I'm an engineer or a medical whatever. Or I'm in the humanities. I'm a poet. I'm a very sensitive, romantic person. I will not accept anyone who comes from scientific field, especially engineers. Why? I'm speaking on behalf of someone. You know, by the way, I sat in my life with 8,000 cases of marriage disputes. 8,000 cases. So I have patterns and stereotypes. One of the troubles of the male engineers that they deal with the marriage life exactly as they deal with the mathematical equation. In, out. 1 + 1 = 2. Ya habibi, when dealing with women, 1 + 1 could be 12. Emotionally. So it's not a machine. It's not an engine. Technically, I'm telling you. So some people, they say, no, I will not marry an engineer. That's kasek haram and halal. Or I can't marry someone who's doing medical because shift A, shift B, shift C. What does it mean technically? That's kasek haram and halal. If she will become a doctor, she's a specialist. تخصص النسائية شو معناها بالإنجليزي؟
Just special.
سوري نسائية شو تخصص بالإنجليزي؟
Gynecology.
إيش؟ Gynecology. Okay. Now, technically, Allah يجزيهم الخير. Gynecology means technically what? On call 24/7. One of her patients, she's giving birth in 1 hour in hospital 50 kilometers from here. She herself, at home, she has a child with 1 year old. Who will be left with whom? With daddy. But daddy has just come home. Face the consequences. It's your decision. By the way, that's why you need to do your task before going. If you are a medical student, female, maybe you have to take a decision not to marry except anyone who's doing medical. Why? Because no one will be able to understand your circumstances except him. Is this arrogance? No. No one will be able to realize, يا عمي, hey, you are leaving home at 1 a.m. يا عمي, I have a emergency, BC, I don't care. I'm your husband, I'm using my شرع حقي, stay at home. لا إله إلا الله. It's a disaster. She will be divorced next day. That's why, seriously, I'm speaking from the ground, from that real troubles that happens on the ground. So, when I say, for example, should one actively be looking or wait for the right person to come? This is applicable on sisters, not on brothers. The brothers, by nature, he should keep searching. But the sisters, by nature, customly, if we are practicing Islam, should be completely honored sitting at home. But if she decided to approach, it's not haram, as long as she can protect her dignity, because we have a very, very low values and ethics in the society. If for whatever reason she approached him, it's not haram. And any trouble happens in the future, she will be in a very difficult situation. ما أنت اللي كنت ميت علي. You came to me, I did not come to you. By the way, if she said it, it's normally. لما تقول له أصلا ما أنت متت لحتى تاخدني. You say, you killed yourself, which is true. I killed myself to take you, which is part of the nature of the male, no problem. I will not be hurt if my wife tell me, ما أنت متت حتى تاخدني, no problem. But if the other way around, it's a disaster. So culturally, it is a problem. Religiously, it's not a problem. طيب. How to determine what one's non-negotiables are? I have answered this. صح? Do your homework. How does one ask the correct questions when getting to know someone? If you did your homework, you will have 5,000 questions. تعال. Are you? I remember the example now. When I came to this, I remember the example about being frank and clear from the very beginning. Subhanallah, the question came. I know 2 couples. Both of them, they study Sharia. The sister, she's wearing a hijab. She's a Sharia student. She knows the Quran, she knows the Sunnah. She's very practicing. And he is as well. Okay. He approached her, proposed. He said to her once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times, I don't know how many times. Then decided to do the contract, the nikah contract. They are not married yet, but they, wrote the contract. Once they wrote the contract, he told her the following. He said, now the sister, she is wearing jilbabs with light colors. She was not restricting herself just with the, some opinions. They are a little bit restricted, which has no valid opinion for that. They say, this is just black or the very dark brown or very, for example, blue, dark blue or whatever. She was having this kind of very light colors, like light green, okay, light blue. From his point of view, his personal view, he does not accept this, but he was hiding his point of view before the contract. Once they wrote the contract, he said, for me, this is not acceptable. She said, look, you saw me maybe 20 times. You never told me. He said, okay. I said, after we have the contract, we will agree. She said, not immediately they divorced. She became mutallaqa now. Because of the color of the jilbab. What is the problem now? Mr. Husband, is it a red line for you? Yes or no? For him, is it red or not? How come you are hiding it? Say it bluntly. Hajjah. For me, I don't want my wife to wear a jilbab with XY color. Okay, Jazakallah khair. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. No problem. Khalas. Okay, sorry. On what base? What is your dalil? Let's discuss. Yes, no, I don't accept. خلاص يا دار ما دخلك شر. No contract, no marriage. انتهينا. Any problem? No. But it is for me. So when I hide it, no. So what do we say? How does one ask the correct questions when getting to know someone? If you did your task, your homework, you knew this is my goal, my red area, I can't tolerate, I have no problem, I have a big problem. Mine, تعال. تفضل. Tick. Yes, 5. Oh, mashallah. Very quickly. Next question. How does one approach the opposite gender for marriage? Do I go directly to him, her, or family, friends? Okay. Now, basically, this is a question from the brothers. Simply, we have the classical, traditional norm, and we have exceptions. The classical, traditional norm, go to the family. Speak with the wali. طيب, what if I can't? Islam is built on justice. And we have flexibility. What will be decided as exception can be decided depending on the circumstances, depending on the context. Imagine, for example, if you are, for example, from, let's say, Arab background, studying in this university, and there is another sister from, and you were born here. You are a Canadian citizen. She's studying here, her family in an Arab country, and she's the only one who's sitting here. No family ties at all. طيب, how can I approach her? You speak with another sister to speak with her? Oh, okay. There's no way, maybe with full respect, sister. Okay, this is the exception, not the norm. The norm, go to the wali. Sister, I'm thinking to ask for your hand. Do you mind if you give me the telephone of your parents? Generally speaking, maybe we are studying in the same course. Do you have any issue with the fact that I might ask for your hand? If she just kept silent out of shyness, this is like green light. Okay, can you please give me the contact details from whatever, your guardian, your wali, your father, your uncle, whoever? Yes, Jazakallah khair. Tfaddal, that's it. Okay, no problem. But under the excuse that she does not have a family, I don't sit with her 500 times to discuss whether we suit each other. No. This is a satanic way for boyfriend and girlfriend. No. طيب, what could be, generally, طيب, I'm working in a place. I felt that okay, I don't know anything about her family. I have no idea. In the same time, I have like auntie, khalto, she's working with us. She's like our mother. I will go to this. I said, please, can you tell her that I'm planning, if she does not mind to give me another approach, because I have exception, another case. So it's not necessarily, but the idea, ادخلوا البيوت من أبوابها. Go to the house from the main gates. طيب. Exceptional cases, I will give you a criterion. How to deal with exceptional cases, especially the brothers. I'm not addressing sisters now, I'm addressing brothers. Because you are the one who's proposing and searching and looking and watching and thinking and all of these things. So, this is a very fitra-based criteria. Try to imagine that your sister is studying or working somewhere and she was approached by a person. Now, when you see the circumstances, can you justify for him what he did, or you will feel very angry from a manhood point of view? Make this analogy. He could have done it in that way. Why he chose this way? To enjoy speaking with her 10 times, didn't speak with us. There's a question mark on his intention. So don't do it. You make this logical, analogy, which is easy. And by the way, this is based on what's so-called in the comparative religions, the golden rule. In Islam, golden rule, don't do to others what you hate others to do for you. لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. This is very quickly. Now, how does the talking stage work? So it's part of it. I have covered it. How involved does the wali need to be? Maybe, by the way, because I have just 2 minutes left, just 2 questions. How involved does the wali? What are some general green flags one should look for, traits, quality, etc.? I have already answered. In everything I said. But just let me finish with the wali involvement. Let's differentiate between, this is for the sisters now. Please, sisters, listen to me. If you want to consider me in the age of your father, I will be happy. I'm a father of 5 and a grandfather of 2. Okay? And I'm married since 32 years, as I told you. Please don't accept anyone on earth to tell you that the guardian, which mainly the father or the brother, is there as an obstacle. He's there to protect you. Allah created him by fitra plus by practicing Islam, that he's the protecting shield. He's the antivirus, active 24/7 when someone is approaching your system to hijack the software. I think many of you do program or so engineering, okay? Active antivirus 24/7. But I know my maslaha. Sorry. When you are emotionally attracted to someone, easily a man can really delude and mislead you. When Allah decides, the idea is not just to corrupt your happiness, it's to protect you. But ya Sheikh, I know a father who's very bad. Wait. If we have someone who's misusing the system or a corrupter, do we delete the system? If we discover there's a policeman who's using his uniform and his power to do sexual harassment when he captured them, do we delete policing from the country? But if we discover the doctor who's doing sexual harassment with his patients, do we stop medical schools? No, the system is there. We need it. He is a bad doctor. He's a bad cop. He's a bad engineer. He's a bad sheikh. If we discover that there's a sheikh in the masjid who's a liar and he's taking the money of people, we stop Kulliyat Sharia? No, a bad person. If there is a father, 5% of fathers, for whatever reason they are bad, still the system of wali is applicable. And it's the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because the normal fitrah of the wali to protect. What's his job? His job, first filtering system, first, not the full. Which means he will protect not to let anyone come into your sacred, beautiful area unless he was going through the scanner. He does not have any of dangerous items. Okay? Okay, safe. Sit together now. Now it's your turn. Listen, discuss, use everything. You have the full right to sit with him alone. Without khalwa. I mean by alone without khalwa, to know the concept of khalwa. Sitting in the guest room alone with the closed doors, halal, no problem, because your family is outside. This is not khalwa. Now, the concept of khalwa, the definition of khalwa in Islamic fiqh, قال أن يجلس رجل وامرأة في مكان يأمنان من أن يطلع عليهما أحد. That's a man and a woman who are not from the mahram. You know the mahram? He's not the mother, she's not the sister, so she's not the auntie or or the daughter. This is mahram or the wife. Non-mahram brother with a sister sitting alone in a place, they are fully secure that no one can approach them or see them. This is khalwa, even if they have a good intention. So sitting in the guest room once, twice, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, till someone take a decision if I want to proceed or to finish, it is your haqq. And the wali does not have the rights all the time to set 24/7 filtering system even when you speak. It's a cultural issue. The Sharia tells him for a filtering to take care that this person has the right to sit with your daughter. You sat for the first second. She has the right. You have the right to speak alone to see. You need to test this. I'm planning, I'm dreaming, I want, I hate, I think, yes, no, what do you think? You go. You do istikhara, he does istikhara. You come again. You told me last time, blah, 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 blah. What do you think about this? 5, 6, 7 times. Then you had really, alhamdulillah, for me, I'm okay. As a man. What do you think? I said, still I'm thinking. Okay. We'll keep coming till you take a decision. Next session, she came and say, I'm sorry, brother. MashaAllah, you're very nice, but I don't feel comfortable. No problem. Assalamu alaikum. Khalas. Finish the session. No problem. She was approached by another person. 10 sessions, she did not like him. No problem. A third person, 5 sessions, she did not like him. No problem. Fully protected. She has the right. And you have the right. You approached 10 sisters. For whatever reason, you did not find the matching or sisters. Allah knows your niyyah, no problem with that. Now, when everything is messy, as we see in the liberal culture, here comes a disaster now. Because no one knows the intentions. What happened? We are witnessing the results. Anyway, I hope that I managed to cover most of the important points you need. Time is finished. I think you will have a long break, dhuhr, lunch, and you have sessions. They will tell you about it, inshallah. See you in the Q&A session, inshallah. So prepare your questions. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you.